Go ahead, ask me more weird questions. I'll give you some great
I
answers.
think we're going to do chapter 2.
How was your day?
We're going to go back to
9.4. I probably could use the stickers. Okay. Multiplying binomials using the FOIL method. Okay, so are binomials polynomials? Yes, they are. What are, they're polynomials. Aiden, what are binomials? They have two terms. Perfect. Okay, so binomials are polynomials that only have two terms. Okay, so we're going to be just dealing with those. We're using the FOIL method. Okay, now, the reason I don't have a whole lot of notes is because you've already been doing this. And you can solve this information whether you use FOIL or not. So FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, and last. That's what FOIL means. First, outside, inside, and last. Now, you can get a right answer or a correct answer without using the FOIL method. But you're going to hear about FOIL again in your future. Okay. Example. Y minus 4 times y minus 3. Don't start solving it yet. I'm going to show you FOIL. We did this yesterday, didn't we? You had a problem like this, correct? Okay, so FOIL is like this. Now you need to draw the arrows like I do. So when it says first, that means you're multiplying the first terms together. See? Y is first, and this Y is first. Emily, what is Y times Y? Very good, Emily. I'm going to write it down here. So first means you're multiplying the two first terms. Does that make sense? Outside means you're multiplying the two outside together. The Y times negative 3 is what, Cecilia? Negative 3y. And then inside, you're multiplying the two inside together. Negative 4 times y. Which is what, Michaela? Negative 4y. And then last means you're multiplying the two last terms together. The negative 4 and the negative 3 are the last terms in each group. So negative 4 times negative 3 is what, Michael? Positive 12. And that's what we did yesterday?
Yeah. That's why you don't have a lot of notes.
That's why I don't have a lot of notes. So wit, do I have any like terms?
Yes, ma'am.
And they are?
The negative 3y and the negative 4y.
There you go. We can combine only those. And wit, what is negative 3y and negative 4y?
Negative 7.
Negative 7 by itself?
Y.
Y plus 12. It's in descending order. I have all my like terms combined. This is done. That's FOIL. So it's the same thing we did yesterday, but they call it FOIL.
So there will only be two terms?
For this method. But I mean, again, it's that whole common sense. you can do it with these two terms, but let's say it's 2 terms times 3. You're still taking this term here, multiplying it by everything inside the parentheses. And then you're taking this term and multiplying it by everything in the parentheses.
If there was another group of parentheses though, would you multiply that by both of them?
All of it.
So you would do that first and then you would, after you got that.
Okay, so he's asking if there was another thing here. If there's another bracket, right? So what I would do in that case, if there is another one here, I would do all of this and then multiply it by the last two. That's exactly what I would do. Because when you're multiplying, you're multiplying. Okay, let's go ahead and open up your books to page 387.
Do you have other examples?
Taylor, you will find out as soon as we start doing them, won't you?
Most likely.
There you go. Notice I said 387. Look at number 29. Here you go, Gabby. This is what you texted me about. It is a plus 6 squared. A plus 6 squared. Okay, this is how you would write this out. Because it's this whole group times itself twice. So it's a plus 6 times a plus 6. Do y'all see that? Because it's squared, it's a plus 6 times a plus 6 twice. Does that make sense? And then we do the FOIL method. You don't necessarily have to, but you just need to make sure your a, this first term, is multiplied by everything there, and then the 6 is multiplied by everything there. So if we follow the FOIL method, it's a times a is what, Emily? And then outside, Gabby, what's a times 6? Then we have inside, 6 times a. Olivia, what's 6 times a? 6a. And then Taylor, outside, 6 times 6.
36.
Aiden, do I have any like terms?
Yes.
What?
6A plus 6A.
Which is what?
12.
So I have a squared plus 12a, not a squared. When we're adding, we do not do a squared. It just stays the same. Plus 36. It's in descending order. We've combined all like terms. There's my answer. Yes, sir.
Previously, before this chapter, when multiplying everything, whenever having an exponent on the outside of the parentheses, we didn't do it like this, did we?
Yeah.
Depending on the different type of math you're doing.
Yeah. If we're doing polynomials and stuff like that, you would do it like this.
So you get a different answer.
Huh?
So you get a different answer.
Well, I mean, like, for example, what y'all were doing, yes, it would be slightly different. Absolutely. Yeah. So but there's going to be clarification as to what you do. Okay?
It would be a squared plus 36.
Correct. Without the 12a.
Yeah.
So that would be different. Okay. Good question. Everyone have that down? 31. This will be the last one.
Yeah.
Negative 7g minus 10 squared. How would I write that, Michaela?
You would rewrite negative 7g minus 10, multiply it by like the same thing.
Same thing.
Negative 7g.
Very good. Okay. We're going to do it. It says solve by FOIL method, but really, I mean, you can do it by any method. So, Cecilia, negative 7g times negative 7g is what?
52.
Huh?
52. G2.
Negative 7 times negative 7. Positive what? Seven.
49.
There you go. Positive 49 g squared. And then negative 7g times negative 10 is what, Michael? 70g. And then negative 10 times negative 7g with?
Positive 70G.
And then negative 10 times negative 10, Gabby? All right. Olivia, are there any like terms? What? And what would that give me? Any questions? I think I'm going to do one more. Let's look at 45. A squared minus a times a cubed plus 1. Emily, what is a squared times a cubed? Very good. A to the 5th power. Taylor, what is a squared times 1? Aiden, what is negative a times a cubed? Negative a to the 4th power. And then Michaela, negative a times 1.
Negative 8.
Okay. Question. Is this in the correct descending order, Cecilia? How would I rewrite this in the correct descending order?
A5, A4, negative A4, A2, negative A.
Perfect. Any questions? All right. Now let y'all get started. You're going to do page 387 to 388. Numbers. Now this is going to be fun. $26 to 46 even, and 64, 68, and 69. Honors 30 to 46 even. 52. 53. 64, 68, 69. This is due Friday. That's less than 15 problems. That's like 14 problems or something like that. Your IXL is due tomorrow. And you have a quiz tomorrow over what we have done in class. You can do lights.